All right, number 9, we want to solve the equation. We have y squared minus 1 equals 24. We're going to isolate the squared term to get the y by itself, so we're going to add 1. That will leave us with y squared equals 25. To get rid of the squared, we're going to take the square root. We've got to do that to both sides. Whenever you do a number, positive or negative, square cancels out the square root. The square root of 25 is 5, so you get a positive or negative 5. And of course you can plug that in and just check it out. It should work out. I'm sorry. I didn't look at the screen and didn't realize everything was off. So the y squared minus 1 is 24. Add the 1 because of the minus. And we get the square root of 25. Looks like they wanted it in set builder notation. Positive or negative 5. And then 10, we're going to solve an inequality. There's some rules with inequalities, and we'll kind of go over them as they pop up. So we have 18 minus 4x is less than or equal to 6. Now, for reference sake, I'm going to let you know that when we solve an inequality with a variable, I usually want that variable on the left-hand side. That is going to help you when you're trying to determine the solution. If you think of this inequality, this is less than or equal to. If I just draw a line in the middle, it looks like an arrowhead. That arrow points you in the right direction. So if it was facing the other way, if it was greater than, arrow is pointing to the right, it's pointing you the way you should be moving. So that's why I want to put the variable on the left. It helps with that. Other than that, when we divide or multiply by negative, the sign changes. This is an inequality sign. It will also change or flip. So in this case, we want to subtract 18 to get the x term by itself. Bring down to negative 4x. This is less than or equal to, and this would be negative 12. Then we would divide by negative 4. So here we go. Negative divided by negative gives me a positive x. Divide by negative 4. Negative divided by negative is a positive 3. Alright, since this is an inequality sign, it goes from less than to greater than. It happens only when you divide or multiply by a negative. These signs went from negative to positive, so does this sign. This is your solution. Once you get the variable isolated, this is your solution. X is greater than or equal to 3. So that means any number that you pick that is greater than or equal to 3, this equation will hold true. So if you do a number line, here's 0, 1, 2, 3 is here. Since it's equal to solid line, that means you're going to do a closed bubbled in circle. Otherwise, you would do an open circle if it was just less than or greater than with no underline. And again, I told you if you put your variable on the left, it shades you in the right direction. So that means we would pick any number 3, 4, 5, all the way up to positive infinity. These numbers would work. So in interval notation, we would do a bracket. Okay. A bracket is the same when you do inequality. Parentheses would be if it was open circle. So since it's a closed or a solid line, you're going to do 3, comma, infinity. We never reach infinity, so that's always going to be in a parentheses. So this one is in set notation. So the solution set is, and we're going to put x, that's our variable, this vertical bar is read such that, so we're doing x such that this condition is true. So we're going to say x is greater than or equal to 3. So this is what set notation looks like. Whatever your variable is, you name it here. X is the variable, and this is working when or such that x is in this condition. X is greater than or equal to 3. And that'll be it.